What's going on, guys? It's Zach. We're back with week 8 of Beyond 531, starting out with some bench press. So it only took 8 weeks for me to finally get in the groove with bench press. 8 weeks of benching twice a week. Finally starting to feel like everything's coming together. So warming up here with 190. Moving on to 215, and everything was feeling really good. I was pretty surprised because I actually hit just an arm workout, so bis and tris, the day before this, and so I was kind of expecting my triceps to be pretty fatigued, but they felt really good. Everything else felt really good. Here's my top set for a top set PR of 4 reps, and everything moves pretty smoothly. And so, going from there, decided to bump it up. It's a pretty big jump. It's 250, and that moves really well. Kind of surprised, really surprised actually, because you guys, in the previous videos, you've seen how the bench press has been going for me. It's been pretty tough. It's been pretty tough to find kind of my groove and find, But yeah, that 250 moves well, bumps it up to 260. That's a little bit of a grinder, but it moves well. And then the next number on the program was 275. And it's a big jump. It's 15 pounds. But it felt good in my hands. It felt good on the way down. And it gets a little bit off the chest, but just not enough juice to get it up. And, hitting all those singles before that, I was pretty fatigued. But I think it's just out of reach at this time. But still super pumped that 250 and 260 moved as well as they did. It kind of gives me confidence going forward, that I can put that weight on the bar and start trying to hit it for reps. So went from there. Sunday, overhead pressing. I don't know if I overhead pressed last week. I don't think I did. I think I forgot. Felicia's saying I did. I don't remember that. I don't think I had it in the video. But anyway, so going 120 as I'm working up here, and expected to hit 135 for like a double, and ended up hitting it for 4. Not really sure where it came from, but it just felt locked in, just felt in the groove, and again, this is just super positive with both pressing movements going up. I think my weight's going up slightly. In the 8 weeks, actually, my weight has gone up, I think 3 or 4 pounds, so not that much. But it's enough to boost my pressing movements a little bit, and definitely getting stronger in both of these movements. So dropped it back down, hit 115. And kind of moved on to the rest of the shoulder workout there. Monday, it was bound to happen. One of these deadlift days I was going to go in and it was going to feel like crap, and that was this Monday. I'd been feeling pretty explosive. Everything was locked in. But finally this week, it really caught up to me, and everything was moving pretty slow. Working up here, 365. You just know immediately, like as you're warming up, as you're getting higher and higher, how the weights are gonna feel. And so this top set of 390 was just brutal, just a grinder. But I did hit it for 5, which I hit it for 4 last week, and I think I hit 3 the week before. So I hit it for 5, which is great, but it was brutal. You can of course see just how much I'm straining to hit that, but figured I'd still continue to bump it up, move down to 410, and it moves definitely slower off the ground than previous weeks. And you guys watch my face, you can just kind of see the level of exertion on 435 right here. But just moved slow off the ground, just wasn't feeling as explosive as I have been. Yeah, It feels like death. But that's gonna happen. I mean, this is week 8. This is week 3 since I've deloaded. So you should be feeling like crap. You should be over fatigued a little bit. So if you weren't, then you're not doing something right. So moving on to benching, and this bench press session definitely didn't feel as good as that one on Saturday, but still felt really good. Hit 235 for 3, a tough 3, but still just working on pulling that bar like down into my sternum, and then really trying to drive up with my chest. And that's the hardest part for me, is initiating my chest at the bottom of this movement. Here's 250, and that moves really well. That moved better than 235 moved. So just really positive signs in the bench press this week. Dropping it back down, hitting 165, and just doing, just working on the technique. And so you can see that, I'm coming down right underneath, not onto my chest, right underneath my chest. And I'm really, as I'm coming down, I'm trying to, they say try to bend the bar. What I feel, the cue that I use is pull the bar into you and flex your lats. That's going to keep you really, really stable, and it's going to give you a great position to drive from at the bottom of the movement. So when I'm dropping down to 165, I'm really trying to make sure that I am bending the bar and pulling it down into me, so that I have a stable platform to drive from. Moving on to Wednesday, we got some squats, and like any other week, the Wednesday squats have been pretty rough. 350 moves okay. 350 here moves pretty well. Just feeling really tight on Wednesdays from the deadlift and hammy session on Monday, and just trying to get in. I've realized that just getting in there on Wednesday, getting the work done, and then going in on Friday and really trying to push it on Friday, on squatting on Fridays, it has been good for me this cycle, just the way that it's set up. So here's the top set, 370, and hitting that for a triple. And it was weird on this day. I was having like a sticking point, not right out of the hole, but like higher up out of the hole. And I think that was because my hamstrings were so fatigued from hitting them on Monday. I've never really had a sticking point. It was like 4 or 5 inches out of the hole. Usually I'll get out of the hole and then have that sticking point like 2 or 3 inches out of the hole, that I can kind of grind through. But this just felt like slightly higher, and I think it was due to the hamstring fatigue from Monday. But still got some work in, dropped it back down to 280, just doing some normal sets, just working on driving the knees out, and staying tight. So squats feeling good. I'm happy about that. I'm happy deadlifts, happy that bench has been feeling good this week. I think I've hit rep PRs or tied rep PRs every day this week. So going into that last week, it's gonna be brutal next week. But so moving on to Friday and squatting again, and took a long time warming up. Didn't feel that great immediately when I got to the gym. I was working in with my buddy Marcus, and I specifically remember telling him like 4 or 5 times that like everything hurt, like everything in my body hurt. But took my time warming up, and 350 moves well. Here's 370, and just I don't know, just had like an out of body experience here with 370. Like hit it for 5, and I'm not sure where that came from, but it felt awesome. It felt light. The form felt locked in. I was able to grind through a few sticking points. You're gonna see on rep 4 right here, little sticking point, boom. I was like, you know what, I could hit this again. So here's rep 5, and you know, it's a little bit grindy, but I'll take it. I'll take 5 reps at 370. That's awesome. So figured, you know, I'm feeling good. Let's go to 390, smoke that, hit it for a double, which was only gonna hit it for a single, but it moved so fast that I had to go for another one. So hit 390, went to 410, and this is probably the best rep, the best squat rep I've done this training cycle. Check out the speed on this. Boom, lightning fast. Felt really good. So I was like, you know what? We're gonna go 430, and that might have been slightly aggressive considering all the reps that I had just done. And but 410 moves so fast. I couldn't go to 425. I had to go to 430, and it comes out of the hole, and you know, just kind of misgrooved it a little bit and had to dump it. But I'm confident. I felt confident on the way down with it, and I felt confident right here in the hole. But I just kind of misgrooved it. Hips shot up, and I just didn't have the juice to kind of drive through that sticking point. But definitely confident that that's something I can get in the future. Overall, really awesome week of training. Leave a like for some of these rep PRs. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.